Alright, last week's episode of Boruto Naruto Next Generation was a deuce. 10 out of 10 episode. You all should check it out before you watch this one because we're going into episode 161. The Castle of Night. Please don't give me nightmares. I mean, I brought a blanket. Brought a blanket for a reason, so if only I knew what I knew now, watching this back, that this blanket was going to serve a mighty purpose as I watch this entire episode. And at least I'll have something to wrap myself in, you know, if I get scared. Let's be honest here, this is Boruto. None of that is gonna happen. At least we hope. Alright, let's jump into this. All right. Excuse me? Excuse me? Usually they don't go into an episode like that unless something big is gonna go down, so I don't know what to expect. I'm a little worried about this episode now. No build up, no nothing. It said, you know what? Get ready, get your popcorn, sit back and relax and enjoy this episode. I hope that's the case. This episode could be trash for all we know. Oh dang. Oh, Giza don't look too good. That was the only cure for the Hashirama cell, wasn't it? I figured that. Just one vow! But I hope nobody else gets infected with the Hashirama cell then. And this sounds like a setup. These suckers still following us? What? Please save little Kimmy. Now watch this chick be something heinous and ugly, looking like a Medusa. Sucka! This an old hag! She look better than this old hag! Looking like a daggone prune. They gonna use the Hashirama cell to bring back this sucker's youth. They should have called Tsunade up for this. We need to reflect on this. You know, the Hashirama cell, the cells of Hashirama, Senju, of the Senju clan. One of the most powerful Hokages in history. Well, now Naruto has taken that spot as being, you know, the powerful Hokage. Now, for it to be used to return her youth. And it's just like, those cells could be used for so much more. Why is it in her possession? Lord, this episode better be good, bro. What the crud? So far, this episode has been bland. This episode needs some salt. Because she don't want to look at her ugliness. Yep, it was definitely that. She didn't want to look at her ugliness. Someone call up Snow White. That's how I feel so far in this episode. What the? It's some BS. How is this the Castle of Nightmares, bro? These suckers get it. It's already gone. Deeper. Ara. Little Kimmy is awake. Man, Yubino was working her butt off, bro. I take back everything I thought about this chick. She's good. This episode still needs some salt and pepper. Wait, that young girl! Little Kimmy! It's too easy. My boy slid into home base. Boruto, what the crud? This episode needs some salt. Sucka, what is this episode? Hold up! Looking for something? Grandma dead! Okay, someone had literally gotten the song just sprinkled it all on this episode now. Grandma dead! They put a kunai straight to that chick's neck. Boruto. Don't remind me! This sucker run like he the freaking penguin, dog. Just with pinpoint accuracy. What the crap? This episode is so weird. Not gonna lie, I feel like this episode's been mid. Below mid. Unless something pops off like nuts in the next few minutes. And I feel like this episode done. This episode was a throwaway. What the crud was this episode? Because my thing about it is, listen to me, man. Hear me out. Y'all can't lie. This episode was the epitome of mid. And now Kara's starting to make the move now. This episode is a throwaway. Trash. I'm calling it as it is. Trash. Is it gonna be better? Probably. But it was trash. I can say that, crud, bro. I don't care. Y'all gonna find some type of way to spin this?
This episode was great. And this episode was at least an 8 out of 10. Kara's about to make their move. Ace, you're gonna love the next episode.
I'll give a rat's behind how Sucka's gonna try to spin this. This episode was trash. It was trash, witch. Sucka, nothing got done in this episode. I said it from like the moment the episode started. I was like, you're saying, okay, wait, we skipped the intro. You know, like how we get a little something in the beginning to get us into the episode. Sucka, there was nothing to pull us in. They just gave us the intro. They gave us the intro to the board, to enemy just straight off deck. And I'm like, you're saying, this episode got to be good, because the only time they did that was to like move the plot forward. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. All right, we get into the freaking episode. I'm like, you're watching? Bro, I'm so glad I'm live reacting to this, witch, because now you get to see the BS as I'm watching it. I don't give a crud. Suck, you got to call this crud the way it is, if that's the way what you feel. Y'all love trying to redeem the episode. Nah, witch. Show me, how did this get us to understand Kara, what we already know of Kara? Those little traps that we saw in the last episode, bruh, they should have just stayed in the last episode. Just let's find out they were a trap card. They were trying to get the Hashirama cell. So these little suckers literally assassinate the butler. They assassinate the goddess, the woman of perfection, right? I'm like, you're still waiting, bro. Where the salt? Where the salt to put over this chicken? They literally served me this episode straight raw. There's no such thing as a raw chicken in the Kara arc. I mean, even though this is like, follow what you want. This is the prologue to Kara. This is the prologue. This is the build-up. Sucka. This was the worst build-up to Kara I've ever freaking seen. Okay, I bet you're asking,
okay, what would you like for this episode to be?
First of all, well, I would have expected this episode to be just, trim all that little Sakuya crud, trim all that out. Then you could have had her assassinated. And then we could have had the next week episode in the same episode. But nah. See, I've been around this Boruto block for how many episodes? 161. I've seen enough BS. Get rid of the BS. There is no way you suckers gonna feed me this witchcraft. I'm not calling the arc trash. I'm calling this one episode. This one episode, you little Boruto suckers so freaking LB. You guys didn't come after my neck for saying how I freaking felt something wrong with you, witch. I'm calling this episode out. I'm a fan, bro. But this fan is pissed. The build up for Kara, and you give me this daggone raw behind chicken. This raw behind chicken, witch. I'm pissed. I'm freaking pissed. But, I'm not looking forward to next week's episode. If next week's episode already got a -5 out of 10 out of me. For it to get at least past the negative portion, to get to at least a 4. It's going to take a miracle. Guys, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. But bruh, this is how I feel, witch. I'm calling this crud out the way it is. Hot BS. But yeah, talk to you guys in the next one. See you freaking next week, bruh. See you suckers next week. Until next time, y'all. Operatives, move out. Hot BS.